Hi, I'm Plami. In this episode of Radio K, I'm gonna be finishing off my reaction to Astro's recent album, All Yours. So far, it's been really good, especially the second batch of songs was really good. So I'm really excited for how we're gonna end off this reaction, hopefully with some really good songs that are much better than what we've had so far, even though what we've had so far has been really good. I just want even more of a jump in quality because that would really make this already good songs stand out that much more. So without further ado, let's start off this reaction with the song Our Spring in 3, 2, 1. Again, with this kind of name, I am biased against it because I'm expecting that it's going to be a ballad, but as we saw with the first song of this album, that's probably not the case. Ooh. Already a good start. They really managed to have such catchy beats in their songs, like, what the hell? Okay, we're definitely on an upwards trajectory from the last two songs, which were already like my favorite of the album. Holy shit, this is really good. Okay, this one is my favorite. This song is genuinely like the last two songs put together because it has the cool, unique beat of All Stars and the umph of All Good. Like, this could have easily been a title track. We're definitely listening to this one a second time. I really like this hook. Some of the beat reminds me of one song from the Disney Channel show Ant Farm. Like, it has almost the exact same flow in the chorus. It's a song by China and McLean, but I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna put it on the screen during editing. It's a really good song, honestly. I think it was called Unstoppable. It's called Unstoppable, I'm pretty sure. It has the exact same beat during the chorus. That is not to say Astro has copied her or anything. It just means that I like this song even more because that other song is nostalgic for me. Okay, I honestly just want to listen to this song right off the bat again because it's that good of a song. But first, I guess I'll just say a few things about it. So, where do we start? Again, similarly to this first song of this album that I checked out, You're My Universe, I was under the impression that it was going to be a ballad. I guess I should stop having that expectations for these kind of songs. But in a certain way, having low expectations for how much I'm gonna enjoy these songs just make me enjoy them that much more because my expectations are low. But even then, this song is so damn good. It's probably the best song of the album because it feels the most complete with the most oomph and the most intriguing stuff in it, you know? Like the things that I said about the previous two songs, All Good and No Stars, are all into this song together. It makes for a really good song, which is why for this one I'm going to give it a 9.1 out of 10. It's going to be a little higher than the other two songs. And also, as I said, we're gonna be listening to it a second time because it's really good of a song. And by the way, I think this is an opinion or a fact that I've mentioned before when reacting to Astro, but for those of you who haven't watched all my reactions to Astro, their music really reminds me of the music from a certain show that I watched a long time ago. I don't even remember what was the name of the show. I think it was called Jake and Blake. It was on Disney Channel like 10 years ago. It was a really cool show about two twins and it had music in it. And the vibes of Astro's music, and especially this song for me right now, really reminds me of that show. So there's even more nostalgia involved in this song. I love that. I love that. But yeah, we're gonna be checking it out again. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Like right off the bat, it just feels high quality, and I love that. I love when a song feels like that right off the bat. And Moonbin's vocals are so unique. I love it. And here comes Rocky with the fire rap. Oh, that's so good. I love it. Their pre-choruses and choruses are fucking amazing. I'm really enjoying this album, so I hope you guys are too. Such a good song. I know that I don't really talk right now that much because there's just not much to say, but it's so good. I'm just listening to it all, that's it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to upgrade the rating for this song. It's going to be a 9.2 out of 10. I think it's even better than like a 9.1. It's going to be a 9.2. It just works so well. I think maybe it could have been just a little bit squished, a little bit more squished, because I feel like it feels a little too extended. I feel like they could have tightened the pacing of the song a little bit. That's kind of the only complaint I have for this song, because it does feel like a very long song, and it does seem to be like a very long song because it's like more than 3.5 minutes. But they could have tightened it up with like 10 seconds or so and make it feel a little bit faster. But it's not really a big deal. It's a really good song, even ignoring that criticism, which is very much a nitpick. So yeah, I think this might be my favorite song of this album. I don't know, all of the songs are so damn good. They're so good, I probably won't end up listening to all of them. I wouldn't have the time to listen to all of them, but I love it. I love it. The last 3 songs have been really good, probably and definitely my favorite out of the album. So yeah, we still have 2 more songs, so let's continue with the next one, Stardust, in 3, 2, 1.
아무것도 보이지 않았어 I'm in dark 가야 할 곳을 잃은 채 또 다니다 전부 다 포기해버린 순간 멀리 아주 잠깐 내 눈에 비친 stars 아무도 없는 이곳에 우연히 반짝인 그 빛을 따라 헤엄쳐온 내 beyond space 네 주변에서 맴돌아
Okay, I think this one is going to be a ballad. I'm still expecting to like it by the time the pre-chorus and the chorus come, but so far it's a little too slow for me. Yeah, this is definitely my least favorite song, but it's not the worst song, because this chorus is beautiful. It's just too low energy for me to really enjoy. It sounds like a lullaby, honestly. I kind of like it for that part. And instrumental feels very emotional. Like, there's a lot to like about this song. It's just the very slow nature of it prevents me from really loving it. Again with the hooks during the chorus, they're so damn good. How did they manage to do so many good hooks in every single song?
머물고 싶어 baby you are stardust 왠지도 여기 어딘지도 모르고 방황하고 있을 때 내게 다가와 쭉 너 밤하늘 가득 메운 황홀한 빛이 곧 방 안에 가득 채운 내 어둠을 비춰줘 아무도 보이지 않았던 내 공허함 끝에 반짝이며 나타난 You are my everything 나를 감싸는 starlight 낯설지만 아늑한 기분이야 너의 stardust 너의 곁에 영원히 머물고 싶어
Okay, so for this song, I feel like the people who are into ballads or who are fans of Astro's music in general um, are gonna love this. I think it's a very emotional song. I even feel emotional when listening to it, but it's just that these kind of songs are naturally not really the kind of songs that I enjoy the most. And I've already repeated what kind of songs I enjoy the most, but for those of you who haven't heard me say it, I enjoy the songs that are very maximalistic and very hard hitting and in your face and dark and edgy. Those are the kind of songs that I listen to the most, like Stray Kids' music, 80s music, MCND's as well, E416's music, Ace's music. Like those are the kind of songs that I enjoy the most. Not the only kinds of K-pop songs that I enjoy, but those songs tend to be the ones that I end up listening to the most, just because they're very easily. They have a how to say it. They are easy to listen to and benefit from repetitive listening to them, so I tend to listen to those the most. Well, these songs like this one are very emotional, and I feel like these kind of songs are the best appreciated whenever you are feeling sad or depressed, or just in a very you feel you are in a very vulnerable state, you know, when you just want to cry for something. And personally, after dealing with lots of depression in like 2018 and even 2019, ever since I started my YouTube channel, I haven't really been as depressed as before that. Thanks to you guys and your support and your enjoyment of my videos, I've been feeling so much better. So I haven't really listened to these kind of songs that much since then, even though before that, these kind of songs were tended to be the songs that I listened to the most, like BTS's I don't remember what song it was. It was one of the songs from the, I believe, Tear album, and it was a Steve Aoki song as well. It was a really cool ballad, and it was a really emotional ballad, and it's one of the songs from this kind of style, like ballad, that I've listened to the most. But again, I haven't really felt that depressed or just in that state of mind where I need the relief of emotional songs ever since I started the YouTube channel, so I haven't really listened to these kind of songs that much. But it's still a really good song, so I feel like most people are gonna appreciate it, and even I appreciate it. It's just overall my least favorite song out of this album because it's just not fun to listen to, you know? But in terms of its rating, I think I'm gonna give it an 8.6 out of 10, which is pretty much in the middle between the best and the worst songs of this album. And I'm saying the worst because even those songs are really good. So yeah, I expected this kind of song for sure in this album, but I thought it was going to be earlier in it, not this late. Although sometimes albums tend to leave these kind of songs for the last. But who knows? We still have one more song of this album, so let's finish off this reaction with the last song, Gemini, in 3, 2, 1. Is this gonna be another ballad? Please no. Yeah, it's probably gonna be another ballad. Oh my god. No offense, but I'm already kind of tired. So the fact that I'm listening to very slow songs is not helping me stay awake. Although I gotta say, this song is definitely a catchier ballad than Stardust. did they manage to make me like every single chorus? I don't understand that. Again, as I said, they're consistently freaking good, but I don't understand how they manage that. Did they sell their souls to the devil or something? Like, Astro has such an unrivaled consistency with their music. And these kind of songs are so perfect to do an emotional collection of scenes from a very sad movie or a sad TV show. This is the perfect song for that, for doing that kind of video. I think that's why I tend to like these songs. That's the reason why I like songs like this. And I gotta say, I appreciate that this ballad has a little bit more oomph to it compared to the last one. But again, they were going for very different feels. This one is more heavier to listen to, while the other one was more empty. And it worked for both songs, but for me personally, I appreciate the more weight that this song has been given. Oh. I would say it's almost a power ballad, but it's not quite there. Okay, so yeah, ultimately this album, just as I expected, doesn't really have one bad song. I mean, I never expected any less than Astro, but it's still amazing to see that, you know, because like so many groups, even when they have like big albums, even for groups that I like the most, like for example Dreamcatcher, their full album still had a couple of songs that I didn't really give a shit about. Well, for Astro's music, for this album by Astro, they don't really have that problem. I love every single one of those songs. I enjoyed all of them. They were all consistently good. And as I said, that's a strength that Astro has with their music. Their music is consistently really good. But again, it's also a curse because it kind of makes all the songs blur into each other because there isn't that much of a difference in terms of their quality. Because when you have a worse song and a better song, those songs feel that much worse and that much better because of the difference between them. And when you have consistently very, very similar songs in terms of their quality, they don't really stand out from each other, you know? And yeah, I would have preferred if we ended this album with more of a banger song, not really a ballad, but I think it was still a really good ballad, so we did ended up with a banger because it was a good song. It's just I would have preferred to end it on a happy note, not on a bittersweet one, but hey, it still works, you know? And yeah, in terms of the ratings for this one, I think I'm gonna give it a little bit higher than Stardust at 8.7 out of 10. Because as I said, I feel like this one had a little bit more oomph to it and more power. So it kind of impacted me more, even though I like both songs. Because as I said, they are going for very different feels. One is more sad and emotional. I feel like this one is going more for the power ballad stuff. The power ballads tend to be like, where in the chorus it really ramps up, but it still wasn't quite a power ballad. I feel like it needed a little bit more oomph to get to that point, but it was still a really good song. And yeah, I enjoyed all these songs. I don't know how much I'll listen to this album as a whole in my free time, because I already explained it. A lot of these songs just blur into each other and they don't really feel as outstanding as I would like them to. But I will try to listen to it. It's just that there's so many of them on top of everything. But I definitely really enjoyed reacting to this album, so I hope you guys did as well, and I hope you're gonna give these videos support, so I know that you really want to continue seeing reactions from me to Astro, because if you remember, I was doing reactions to Astro like half a year ago, but then kind of stopped because I was kind of busy, and I feel like the videos weren't getting as many views as they were getting in the beginning. But I've had an interest to get back into Astro's music, so if you're interested to see that, please leave a like on this video and comment down below. And in addition, if you want me to check out the B-sides and more specifically albums of other groups, make sure to comment down that below as well, so I know that there is a demand for a reaction, because there have been some times where I've done reactions to every single comeback and every single album, and those videos wouldn't really get that many views, like maybe 10 or 15 at most. And these videos take quite a long to record. Like, I've recorded these 9 songs for like maybe 2 hours at this point, maybe 2.5, I don't know. And it's not great when I put so much effort into it and it gets like 1-digit views. Like, I want these videos to get at least like 20 or 30 views, so if you want to see any reactions to albums, make sure to comment it down below. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition, because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me, because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you have enjoyed my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where I can pledge support and help get the channel going. It helps support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!